The new Driftstone D introduces two new skills, Dauntless and Headstrong. They offer pretty good buffs, but they're kinda hard to use since they force you to play a certain way. Headstrong requires you to not move for 10 long seconds before you can even activate the buff, and Dauntless only activates for 6 seconds after performing a forward dodge. That means when evading attacks, you gotta forward roll instead of dodging to the side if you want to activate this buff consistently. Looking at these two skills, they're the complete opposite of each other. Headstrong is more suited for heavy weapons that can guard and tank attacks without dodging, and Dauntless is for mobile weapons that can dodge roll. And what I hate about the whole drift smelting system is that it's completely RNG. There's no way to guarantee that you'll get the skill that you want. If you want Dauntless for your bubbly resuscitate build, but you get Headstrong, well, sucks for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem!
It just won't pair well. Lucky for you guys, I found the perfect weapon that can take advantage of both of these skills. So whether you get Dauntless or Headstrong, you won't be too disappointed. In this video, I'll be showing you guys a build that's perfect for this new Driftstone. So, what is the perfect weapon for both Dauntless and Headstrong? You might think Headstrong is perfect for the lance because of its big shield that you can use to counter monster attacks. But you gotta understand that the core of the lance's game plan is back hopping to reset its triple poke combo. I think Dauntless would even be more suitable for the lance. Instead of back hopping, you perform a forward hop to reset your combo, activating Dauntless, while at the same time staying close to the monster to counter its attacks. But if you get Headstrong instead of Dauntless on your lance build,
I need to calm down.
Now you might think the longsword is a good option since it can use EI counters, or the greatsword since it can guard tackle through attacks. But these weapons still have a limited range and you have to reposition yourself if ever the monster gets out of melee range, requiring you to dodge. This can happen a lot, especially during multiplayer hunts where the monster aggroes another player. So, the perfect weapon for both of these skills, well, it's none other than the heavy bowgun. Its ammo types have amazing long range, allowing you to stand still and just keep shooting from afar. And when the monster suddenly attacks you, you can guard. It's perfect for Headstrong. Then, when the monster gets too far out of range, well, you have to get back into critical distance. So you have to do a forward roll, perfect for Dauntless. Piercing ammo and slicing ammo have a lot of range, so heavy bowguns with this ammo type will be perfect for Headstrong. Wyvern ammo and spread ammo on the other hand have very limited range, so you'll be constantly rolling forward to get into critical distance, making it perfect for Dauntless. Either which one of these skills RNGesus gives you, it will be usable with the heavy bowgun. So the best armor pieces to drift smelt this Driftstone is on the staple armor pieces for the heavy bowgun, like the Coral Puke waist, Azure Rathalos legs, or the mhnow chest. It will ultimately depend on which one of these armor pieces you have equipped for your heavy bowgun builds. I'd still prefer to get Dauntless over Headstrong because it's way easier to activate. But if you manage to activate Headstrong, with just level 1 you get a 10% buff as opposed to Dauntless that just gives you a 5% buff at level 1. But I'll be honest with you guys, Headstrong will be way harder to use. In solo hunts, even when using the heavy bowgun, you'll still have to dodge away from monster attacks if you want to conserve your HP. Cause even with the heavy bowgun shield, it's quite difficult to consistently perfect guard attacks. Headstrong is only truly viable in multiplayer hunts where the monster can target other players and leave you alone in peace. So, the ideal game plan for both of these skills is to keep your distance, stand still, and shoot to activate Headstrong. And when the monster gets too far, forward roll and get back into critical distance to activate Dauntless. The piercing ammo has the farthest range among all the ammo types, so heavy bowguns with this ammo type will be better for headstrong. Even if the monster moves too far, you'll still be able to stay where you are and hit it. That means heavy bowguns like the Mizutsune heavy bowgun, the Black Diablos heavy bowgun, and the Elder Dragon heavy bowguns will be ideal for headstrong and the dauntless playstyle. Now, I was supposed to make a build video showcasing the Black Diablos heavy bowgun with critical ferocity, and while testing the build, I realized that this is the perfect weapon for the new Driftstone skills. So the clips you'll see here do not have the new skills yet, but you will see me standing still for more than 10 seconds and doing forward rolls to get into critical distance. The initial purpose of the build was to find a better way to take advantage of crit ferocity. With piercing ammo damaging the monster multiple times with just one bullet, crit ferocity was proccing like crazy. So you also get a ton of damage from this build as well. We equipped the Tigrex helm and waist for crit ferocity, the Rathian vambraces for burst to get even more damage, and the Magnamalo chest and the Nergigante legs for recoil down and reload speed. As a bonus, we also get Nergigante avidity for more damage. Overall, the build has crit ferocity level 3, burst level 2, reload speed 3, recoil down 1, and Nergigante avidity. But I think it would be better to swap out the Nergi legs for the Azure Rathalos legs to get the last point of reload speed. We will sacrifice recoil down 1, but I don't think the trade-off is that huge, since average recoil for piercing bullets isn't too bad, and without Nergigante avidity, we can build up our special move. Using it will help us activate headstrong because of the added invulnerability. You can delay firing the Wyvern Snipe as long as possible so that you can activate headstrong safely. So with the heavy bowgun's range, you can sit still while shooting and activate headstrong. Or you can roll forward every time the monster gets out of your critical distance to activate dauntless. That's why I think the heavy bowgun is perfect for these new Driftstone skills. An important thing to note is that the Drift Gem D gives you a 50-50 chance to get either one of these two skills. It doesn't have aggressive dodger in its skill pool. Now, is it worth it to spend 100 drift shards for this Drift Gem? Personally, I'm not going to, but it ultimately depends on you. All I'm saying is you can't go wrong drift smelting it to these armor pieces for the heavy bowgun. If you want to check out other heavy bowgun builds, then check out this video next. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.